this is really showing the importance of strengthening supply chains in that space. We think Alstom is really well positioned in Europe. There's no active rare earth mine in Europe at the moment. So, we think that the Alstom asset is really, really attractive to potentially have a really significant impact on rare earth supply chains in Europe in the future.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by European Green Transition Chief Financial Officer, Jack Kelly. Jack, very good to speak with you. You've published your interim results for the first 6 months of 2025. Could you give us an overview of the highlights in the announcement?
Yeah, thanks, Stephen. So we've made really good progress so far in 2025, particularly, with our Alstom rare earth project. I think we've really built on the drill program we completed at the end of 2024, where we proved up the district scale potential for rare earths at the Alstom project. So in H1, we successfully extended the key license at Alstom for a further 4 years to 2029. So this puts us in a really strong, positive position for the ongoing sale or partnership discussions we're having with Alstom. Additionally, the Pajala copper project we have up in Sweden. Additionally, we successfully managed to extend those licenses by a further 3 years to 2028. So again, really strengthens our position in partnering discussions. Furthermore, we extended at no cost to the company the Alton Carbon Credit Project in northwest Donegal. We've extended it by the option agreement by a further 6 months. And there's quite a bit of movement in this space in Ireland at the moment. 3 big tech companies, Meta, Microsoft, and Google, recently pledged €3 million to help develop a peatland restoration project in Ireland. So, we think this is a really interesting space, and it's starting to really gather a bit of speed. So we're trying to really work with the key stakeholders there to do something similar to our own project. On a more corporate level, Cathal Friel stepped into the role of executive chairman at the end of June. So Cathal is our largest shareholder. He was a non-executive director before that, and now he's really leading the M&A strategy we're looking to implement with EGT.
Can you tell us how you can help deliver on that M&A strategy, Jack?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think we've been very clear since our IPO that this is not a mining company. It's not exploration focused. We do have mining and exploration assets, and I think we're looking to partner those and to sell them. But the key focus is really to acquire a distressed revenue focused business. So, Cathal in particular has had quite a bit of success in this space. Previously, notably with hVIVO and with Amryt Pharma, where he acquired revenue stage businesses that were distressed and transformed them and really created them into, developed them into, solid, robust, growing companies which delivered returns to shareholders. So that's what we're looking to do, to replicate with EGT. We have a pipeline of green economy opportunities, all revenue stage, that we think we can get for, quite attractive valuations. And more recently, we're also seeing a number of other opportunities in other sectors that we're keeping an eye on and that are really interesting. So, I think we're in a very strong position from a cash perspective. We have 2.9 million as at 30th of June, and we've no debt, no committed costs. So, I think we're in a really, really strong position to execute on that M&A strategy that Cathal will lead over the coming months.
Well, Jack, as you mentioned, you're moving away from mining and natural resources. What are you going to do to the existing mining assets?
Yeah, so I think, look, the plan has always been to de-risk those assets, particularly the Alstom rare earth one, which we successfully did last year by proving the district scale potential for rare earths at Alstom. And we've extended the licenses. I think from a rare earth perspective, there's been a huge increase in interest over the last sort of 6 months in rare earths. Obviously, they're a key discussion point in ongoing geopolitical tensions. Rare earth prices have risen significantly over that period, which, it brings a lot more interest into the space. And I think we've seen, the US government in particular take strong action in really securing rare earth supply chains. So we've seen their investment into Mountain Pass Materials of $400 million there a couple of months ago. Also, Apple took a $500 million offtake agreement in MP Materials. So I think this is really showing, the importance of strengthening supply chains in that space. We think Alstom is really well positioned in Europe. There's no active rare earth mine in Europe at the moment. So, we think that the Alstom asset is really, really attractive to potentially have a really significant impact on rare earth supply chains in Europe in the future.
Well, Jack, I hope you'll continue to keep us updated with your progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Great. Thanks, Stephen.
Jack Kelly is Chief Financial Officer at European Green Transition.